Yo, Rolly. Rolly, you shocked the world or you did what you said you was gonna do? Rolly, come on, it's fight hype, you know.
It was just so weird because usually I once you step in the ring, everything fades away. This time I went into the ring and I could hear fucking everybody, Shakur, Richardson, everybody like just screaming stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know why I didn't zone it out. It was weird. Like it just felt like.
Hey Brian, they canceling the face-off. They try to kick us out. They canceling the face-off. We gotta pick it up, Brian.
The boxing world is in disbelief. In a stunning turn of events, Ryan Garcia, once seen as the future face of boxing, has announced his retirement just moments after suffering a brutal knockout at the hands of Rolly Romero. But what's captured just as much attention as the fight itself is the tsunami of reactions flooding in from fellow fighters, analysts, and personalities across the fight world. The knockout wasn't just a loss, it was a moment of reckoning. And now, some of the sport's biggest names are speaking up, and they're not pulling punches. Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet, reacted on his podcast with empathy, but also a reality check. Ryan's got talent, no question, but boxing is 90% mental. You can't come in halfway focused. You either give this sport your soul or it takes it from you. That knockout? That was the sport talking back. Tyson, a man who's seen the highest highs and lowest lows of the ring, emphasized that talent means nothing if you don't respect the craft.
Virgil, what's up, champ? Just got to get your reaction about what you think about that Rolly win.
He deserved it. You know, Ryan just wasn't active enough. Rolly was landing more punches. There wasn't really a whole lot to go off of, but Rolly was more favorable.
Are you like surprised by the dub?
No.
No, you thought Rolly could pull it off?
I didn't know who was gonna win. If I'm being, I thought it was gonna end in a knockout by either way. But I didn't know who. But I'm surprised that it went to the distance.
He even referenced his own struggles with fame, saying Garcia's path is worryingly familiar. Influencer-turned-boxer KSI was live streaming when the news broke. He paused mid-sentence, jaw dropped, then muttered, "Bro, he really retired?" After that, "Nah, man, that's rough." KSI later elaborated that while he and Ryan operate in different spheres, the pressure to perform and maintain a public persona can destroy a fighter's mental edge.
So the fact that I got here is, and I'm in the position I am, my mind is as clear as it is a victory for me, I would say. But I'm extremely disappointed in the way I fought, and it definitely isn't my best in any way. But thank you guys, and I want to thank my fans and everybody.
I know what it's like when the cameras are always on you, but in boxing, there's no filter. If you're not dialed in, one punch can end it all. Known for his calculated demeanor, Shakur Stevenson took a more analytical approach, but he didn't hold back. Ryan always looked great on pads, great on Instagram, but boxing isn't social media. You don't win fights with aesthetics. Shakur's critique echoed a sentiment that's been building among boxing purists.
Ryan Garcia, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm putting the money up right now. If Ryan Garcia can beat Rolly, I give him $200,000 cash. He's gonna fight Rolly, accept the bout with Rolly. I give him $200,000 cash if he beat Rolly. Now once he lose to Rolly, I don't want him to ever say Tank name again. He gonna get f***ed up.
Garcia, despite his immense popularity, never fully proved himself at the elite level. Rolly's awkward, but he's hungry. Ryan had the tools, he just never sharpened them the right way. Perhaps the most icy reaction came from Devin Haney, who beat Garcia in a controversial 2024 bout that led to Garcia's suspension. Haney kept it brief on Twitter. "Told y'all."
What happened? What happened? ¿Qué pasó? What happened? What happened?
That one sentence, no emojis, no follow-up, said everything. Their rivalry has been bitter, and Haney clearly saw the outcome as validation. Teofimo Lopez, never shy with opinions, gave a more respectful but sobering statement during an interview with ESPN. I always said Garcia had raw potential, but this game is about more than fast hands. You need patience, discipline, and focus. I don't think he ever had all three at once. Teofimo did offer a glimmer of hope, adding, if Ryan ever finds balance in his life, he could come back better.
I mean, I said, this kind of environment, like sometimes it can just, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean,
Flabbergasted.
Ryan and Devin just dropped the bag like the biggest bag drop you've ever seen. I mean, you know, tonight was going to be those two in the ring facing off for the big rematch.
It's done?
Done. I mean, can't believe it.
But he has to want it for real, not for followers, not for hype. Jake Paul, one of the most visible faces in crossover boxing, spoke candidly during an episode of his BS with Jake Paul podcast. This proves that boxing is the hardest sport in the world. People clown on it until they get hit. Ryan got hit in the face by reality and by Rolly, and maybe both knocked him out.
No, I just think that Rolly's is much better than people give him credit for, you know, and he has very strong hands, just solid in general, so you can't just, you know, walk in there and think he's just gonna get anything on him. He does hit hard, but
Jake also said he sympathizes with Garcia's mental health struggles, noting, when you're dealing with anxiety, depression, and millions of people watching, it changes everything. People forget he's just 26. Former promoter Oscar de la Hoya, who had a tumultuous business relationship with Garcia, posted a reflective message on Instagram. Regardless of how it ended, Ryan brought millions of new eyes to boxing. He inspired kids, he brought flair. Whether he stays retired or not, his impact is undeniable.
Not because of Romero, but because of Ryan. My only question is, has he found himself? And it's not physical. It's not physical at all. At all. I have no doubts he's good physically. Has he found himself mentally? If he has, and I'm going to venture to say yes, he has. But if he has, then he wins this fight. And he probably wins it by stoppage. If he hasn't, it could be very interesting.
Oscar later told TMZ that he still believes Garcia has a championship run left in him if he chooses to return. Even fighters outside boxing chimed in. UFC bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley tweeted, "You gotta be dialed in at this level. That Rolly shot was clean and Garcia wasn't ready. Respect to him for walking away. Mental health matters." MMA veteran Nate Diaz was more blunt in an Instagram story. He quit. Plain and simple. Hall of Famer Andre Ward may have offered the most thoughtful reaction. This is what happens when your talent outruns your maturity.
you know, it's just I gotta figure it out up here. Mentality, you know, because there's times where I felt like I fought good and I wasn't acting like that, right? You know, just a lot of stuff I gotta figure out mentally, and then I'll get back to it, and you'll see that aggression come out. I just didn't have that, you know, tonight. I just didn't have that aggression to go kill it. You know, you gotta have that in the ring. Just didn't have that tonight, so we'll figure it out.
Ryan's got a good heart, but fame can blind you, and sometimes the lights get too bright. I hope he finds himself again, in or out of the ring. Online, fans are fiercely divided. On Reddit, threads exploded with debate. Some praised Garcia for knowing when to walk away and putting mental health first. Others accused him of quitting under pressure. One user wrote, "He had the hype, the backing, and the fan base. But when it came down to grit, Romero wanted it more."
What did I say? What did I say? Huh? I told you, Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero.
Another countered, "He's a human being, not a machine. If stepping away helps him heal, let the man breathe." There's already speculation that Garcia may return in a year or two, possibly in an exhibition match, a celebrity bout, or even a comeback against a lower-tier opponent.
Got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Are you surprised?
I told everybody was gonna get cooked. Shit.
But as of now, Garcia insists he's done. His last message to fans read, "I gave everything. I need peace. Love you all, but this is goodbye. Whether this is truly the end or just another dramatic chapter in Ryan Garcia's roller coaster career, one thing is certain. The boxing world will never forget the night he walked away.